number one thing you should do if you're looking to buy a Ferrari, you're looking for one, is talk to a Ferrari mechanic. All right, they know best. They know which ones are good, which ones are to avoid. They know of the cars that they're maintaining from customers. In fact, that's where I found my Ferrari Testarossa, is I got it from my mechanic. It was a customer of his, he knew the history really well, and it turned out to be the best choice. So number one, talk to a Ferrari mechanic. Okay, so the number 2 point, if you're gonna buy one of these cars, is get a pre-purchase inspection, okay? Before you buy it, this is the money you're gonna wanna spend. Yes, it's gonna cost you money. It's gonna probably cost you anywhere $500 to $750 or euros. But in terms of the value of the car, it's worthwhile. They're gonna go over the engine, the chassis, they're gonna check for accidents, make sure the numbers match, they're gonna give you the best inspection of the car, then you can go to the next step. Okay, so the number 3 point is look at as many cars as you can, all right? It's like dating. You have to see lots of partners before you make the final choice. It's the same thing with one of these cars. When I was looking for the Testarossa, I was looking at cars in Frankfurt, all the way down to Maranello and Modena in order to find the right one. You can figure out what is a good interior, what is good paint, where the service history looks the best, but until you see many cars, you really don't know what you're gonna get. So the number 4 point when you're looking to buy a Ferrari. All right, budget is important. You need to make sure you have the budget, and if you're gonna buy one, you should be buying on the top side of your budget, okay? It might be a bit of a stretch, but typically the better cars are gonna cost you more. The better cars are gonna have a better history, they're gonna have lower kilometers, and it just makes more sense. That doesn't mean that you're gonna find a deal somewhere, but always tend to buy on the top side. Number 5 point is pretty simple, is just be patient. Take your time, do the due diligence, look at lots of cars, do all the steps that I'm saying here, but don't rush this process because it could go wrong when you do it. So the number 6 point, when you're thinking about buying a Ferrari, trust me, this is important, is do not test drive the car until you're certain it's the one you want to look at, or you're taking it seriously, because these little puppies have the ability to really suck you in. They're very desirable. Before you know it, you could be buying something based on impulse that turns out to be a real lemon. All right, so my advice is definitely wait to test drive it. If you're that kind of impulse buyer, this is really good advice for you, right? So keep that in mind. Okay, lucky number 7, if you're gonna buy one of these cars, is ensure these service manuals are in the car. In the Ferrari Testarossa, in the 328, I had them. This is essentially the history of the car. It's worth its weight in gold. Okay, it tells you when it was serviced, how many kilometers or miles it was done, whether it was a major, whether it was a minor, all the different tidbits of the car included in this. And if they are not there, you should be suspicious of the car. If they're not there, then there should be a good stack of original invoices on the car from the beginning till now. Okay, if it's not there, you should be looking elsewhere. Point number 8 is to figure out what model do you really want to have. Of course, your budget will probably help figure that out, but do you want to have a GT car like the Testarossa, or more a sports car or a classic sports car like the 328? They're different experiences, and you should do your research to figure out which one do you want to have. Okay, number 9 is do the research on the model you're looking at. Ferrari Chat is an amazing place to learn about these cars. There's owners on every model out there, so you can reach out to them, see what the chats are saying about problems with these cars, the V8s versus the V12s, and it's a really good resource to figure out which way you want to go. Number 10 is just be prepared for the cost of ownership. These things are high maintenance, all right? They need love, they need attention. Service is not cheap, neither is insurance, neither is fuel, and all these things are gonna stack up. They're well more than you're used to in a normal car, and you have to be prepared for it. You have to be able to afford it, because part of the value of buying one of these cars is maintaining it and being able to pass it on, for example, to the next owner with a good service history. So again, be ready for this cost up front. So I hope those 10 points are helpful for you looking for your first classic or used Ferrari. They're an amazing experience if you get it right, but you have to do your homework, or else you could really end up with a big dent in your wallet and a lot of stress. So if you have any questions, please put it in the comments. Feel free to like, of course, subscribe to the channel. There's gonna be a lot more content coming along. Take care.